Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the double honors to our apostles of great millstones, that rule well. Peace, blessing, and safety to all the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother of WR from the GMS Toronto camp, coming back at you with another one. And last night, I was just saying, said my prayer, before I went to bed, and had a hard time falling asleep, but I was just, while I was laying down, I was just, meditating on, on Jacob's trouble, and just, thinking to myself, like, you don't know, I don't know where I'm gonna be, when that, when things kick off, when shit hits the fan, I don't know, I could be at work, could be home, could be at the gas station or your local grocery store. For those of us who have, children, we could be away from our children, and that's a main one that kind of stuck out to me, because I was just thinking, you just especially if those of us who have young ones, you know especially under the age of, like, 10, you think about these things, and I was just praying to the Lord to just to have grace and have mercy, and to just keep His Spirit on me, that Rakak Wadash, and to don't get too caught up, because it's these because really and truly it's these same things, like our family, or I'm just gonna focus on that one aspect, your family, or your woman, your children, that not being with them, that could bug you out, in the time of Jacob's trouble, that could make you fold, that could make you lose faith, and I was just praying to just praying to the Lord that whatever it is that he sees fit that I have to go through in the time of Jacob's trouble, to just keep that strong spirit on me, to just endure, to keep pushing, and realizing that the power that we serve is in control of everything, and I was just meditating on that, because the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be it's going to be a terrifying time, and we don't know where we're going to be when things pop off, so that's why it says, why do man travail with child? Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman is in travail, and all faces turn to paleness, because people are gonna get caught off guard, even us could be caught off guard. We're not in the sense of we don't know what day it's gonna happen. We don't know. We pay attention to the signs. We can recognize that we're coming closer to that day, But we don't know. And me personally, you know, I don't, my seed is not with me. So this is where faith. All we got is faith at the end of the day. All we got is faith. All we got is Yahweh Shai to lean on to. There's absolutely nothing we can do. We're not in control here. And that's another. That's why we do this work. That's why we're trying to store up our spiritual bank account, because in times in the time of Jacob's trouble, we're gonna be hopeful that the Lord has favor on us. Whether that's him guiding us through the through Jacob's trouble, being with our family, being with our children. If you have a woman, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's how we have to believe that. We have to believe that the Lord is gonna save us. Because this time is gonna be, it's gonna be a very scary time. Things are gonna get wild out here. People are gonna be moving crazy. But these people out here, they don't have Yahweh Shai. And we do. They don't have. We have the names. We have someone to turn to pray to have faith in. Whereas this world, they don't have that, and that's gonna cause a lot of people to buckle and fold under pressure. But that's why the faith has to be strong. Our faith has to be strong, and we have to use this time to boost it up, and the Lord will put us, and that's why I believe the Lord will put us through many different trials, is to get us ready for that time of Jacob's trouble. And we gotta understand that we might lose family. We might even lose our own lives. These are things you have to meditate on and take into consideration. A lot of these other Israelite camps, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about dying for this truth. They don't want to talk about that you're gonna that you may lose. It's not good. Not may. We're gonna lose everything. Because the MO with not accepting the MOTB means you're gonna lose everything. So your mind has to be ready for that. We don't know where we're gonna put our head down at night. We don't know where the hell we're gonna be. And that's why faith is such an important factor. It's something you need. It's something you need in order to get through the things that are to come. It's just that simple. This is Joshua 1:9. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. You gotta believe. You gotta believe that the Lord is with you. And He shows you signs of that every single day. You know, it's not easy out here. We all got our problems. But at the end of the day, we still here. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has still found a way for us to get through, the everyday things of this life. You know, in order to see this thing through. Make it to the end. And that's why don't we can't get too caught up and too worried about you know the cares of this life. You know, get too wrapped up about that, man. You'll bug out. You'll stress out. You gotta learn to let go, and that's something that I that I'm learning to do. Is to just let go. No, 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 no. There's no need of getting all upset or trying to control everything or worried. As long as you're seeking out Bashim Yahushai, then he'll add all things onto you. He'll take care of the rest. As long as you serve him, as long as you're serving him, there's nothing to worry about. You know, yes, this flesh is weak. This flesh will make you doubt. This flesh will make you second guess, or be too hard on yourself. But you just gotta keep pushing. You just gotta keep pushing and believing in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because Lord knows we're gonna need it. This is Luke 21 in the GNT, starting at verse 34. Be careful not to let yourselves become occupied with too much feasting and drinking and with worries of this life. Exactly. You can't you can't be too wrapped up in it, because we already know that this, the cares and the things of this world is gonna pass away. Now you gotta take care of your responsibilities, but just don't let these things weigh you down. Esau's time is almost up. He's entered his 250 year. America, Babylon the Great, 250 year of being empowered and ruling, being a great power, and this time is coming to an end. For that day may suddenly catch you like a trap, for it will come upon all people everywhere on earth. Be on watch and pray always that you will have the strength to go safely through all these things that will happen and stand before the Son of Man. Because we're gonna go through it. You gotta be delusional to think that you ain't gonna go through the fire. The Lord says He's gonna purify His elect. The 1/3 must go through the fire. So we gonna go through it, and you gotta get yourself ready. You gotta get yourself ready to deal with that fire, to deal with that heat, to deal with the struggle. And you gotta be mindful of it. You can't just be out here just fucking head in the clouds thinking you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know the names, and it's just gonna be a smooth walk. That's not the case, because it's very tough, and it's only gonna get tougher. This is nothing. I'm sitting here in my car. The weather's beautiful. I could close the door, drive where I need to drive. Feeling hungry, go buy something to eat. If I need something, I can go to the mall and get whatever necessity it is that I need. In the time of Jacob's trouble, it ain't gonna be so. Ain't gonna be able to just walk in the car and just drive around freely. Ain't gonna be able to just, you know, sit back and be chilling in the good weather. You know, Lord willing. You know, but definitely not gonna be able to just walk in the stores and buy shit. You know, because we ain't taking that MOTB. You know, we're gonna have to be living off the grid. So, these are these are things, that we think about. These are things that are gonna require great faith, because you know Yahweh Shai is gonna perform some serious miracles. You know, we're gonna get to see in real time uh, uh, wonderful miracles just taking place before our own eyes. You know, like our Lord did in the past. You know, we're gonna experience these things. You gotta have faith that you're gonna experience these things. You know, some people require some to see something in order to believe it. But we cut from a different cloth. Because we here it is. We believe in a Savior we've never seen. But it's through faith is why we believe. It is through faith why we believe that we will endure through Jacob's trouble. It is by faith that we believe that our household will be taken care of. You know? We gotta and like the Lord promised, whatever it is that we're gonna lose on this side anyways, we're gonna get back. You know? So our priority is to just finish this race. Our priority is to just make it to the end. Don't worry about don't get too wrapped up about the things that we may lose. The things we might have to go through. Because we're gonna be at the end of the day, we're gonna be good. Lord willing, we're of the elect. Because Yahweh Shai, the victory is already his. This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, with all thine understanding, and lead not unto thy slacker. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And that's this is something that you're gonna have to lean on a whole lot in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because the Yahweh Shai is gonna be like, he's gonna be that compass, telling us the Spirit just which way to go, who to trust. You can just only imagine you can just imagine how spirit how highly spiritually we're gonna be in this time. Like just locked in. The Lord is gonna put a different kind of spirit on his elect during the time of Jacob's trouble. He has to, because the shit we're gonna have to see, the bodies, the killing, the agony. The Lord's gonna, he's gonna have to, just like we're gonna just level, we're just gonna level up to a whole new level. This is Matthew 6:25, and you can see the heading, the cure for anxiety. And I wanted to get that word anxiety So anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like a racing heart or tense muscles. So, the main thing is attention and worried thoughts. There's no need to be worried. In the time of Jacob's trouble, we can't be in that worried mindset. You know, can't be. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. To get ready for this test, this major test. Especially with the hour of temptation. So this is Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take not thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, or yet for your body, what ye shall put on. It is not the life more than meat, and the body the remnant. So don't worry. Don't worry. That anxiety, that could make you fall out the truth. That could make you lose faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That shit could bring you back in the world. A lot of people are gonna be anxiety is why a lot of people are gonna go get the MOTB. Best believe it. Because they're worried. How are they gonna feed their family? How are they gonna do this? How are they gonna do that? That is what's gonna drag. Anxiety is gonna drag a lot of people into bowing the knee to Baal. And that's why, now we have to, we have to kill that anxiety demon. Because as things start to escalate, as things start to get more crazy out here, we gotta be on point. We gotta be ready. And the only way we could be ready is through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Only through him can we get ready for what is to come. Jake out here in the world, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. They think what they got in their bank account is gonna save them. They think about whatever links they have on the street is gonna save them. They think how much ever weapons they have stored is gonna save them. No. We got Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with him on our side, there's nothing that we need to worry about. Just keep pushing forward. This is Hebrews 41 in the Good News Translation, verse 10. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I am your power. Let nothing terrify you. Don't let the thought of not knowing where you're gonna be when things pop off worry you. Don't let the thought of is your children gonna be okay? Is mom gonna be okay? Is dad gonna be okay? Is your woman gonna be okay? Don't let these things terrify you. Don't let the thought of that you may be snatched up and thrown to a concentration camp. Don't be terrified if you gotta die for this. Don't be terrified. There's no need to be worried and be scared. So do not be afraid. I am with you. I am your power. Let nothing terrify you. I will make you strong and help you. I will protect you and save you. And the Lord's gonna make us strong spiritually, mentally, being able to just being able to just get through it. Whatever it is that He has in store for each and one of us. The Lord is gonna make us ready and have us ready. Those who are angry with you will know the shame of defeat. Those who fight against you will die and disappear from the earth. I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, your power. I strengthen you, I tell you. Do not be afraid. I will help you. You know? This is a perfect, and this is also a perfect, this is a perfect precept on why to not even, get carnal out here. You know? I'm pretty, I know that there's people out there that fuck with you, where it is on your job, motherfucker cuts you off in the road, wherever the hell it may be, you know, that just try to just, you know, to just try to, just try to fuck with us in any way possible, and I always tell myself, that at the end of the day, we got a power protecting us. We got a power behind us. He gonna take care of everything. You mess with the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, best believe you're coming against the Lord. You're coming against Yahweh Shai. Best believe that. So that's why the Lord is gonna protect us. He has his angels watching over us. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Just gotta don't let anxiety, bug you out. Just keep the faith and believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all the hopeful elect out there scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I pray this lesson was edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.